It's your boy Boovie, aka Boo Pack, and welcome back to another video. Listen, you're not getting that hour video. Yeah, it's not coming. I got too much. That might as well just been the breakdown volume 2, because I basically explained a play-by-play on everything that happened in volume 2. I'm just gonna go through this PowerPoint that I just whipped up here, talk about certain parts that I liked. If you don't know, you don't know. If you do, you do. If you never didn't watch my last 2 videos on Reverend Insanity, you should go do that. This is your boy Boofy, aka Boof Back, and welcome back to another video. You see it on the screen, man. You see the new quality too. It's beaming. You see it's by your boy Boofy, aka Boof Back, aka the Grizz, alright, get the Greek. Monkey brain delicacy. So basically, you know, after the gooooo mountain happened, they went around, they killed this crocodile king, slept in some freaking Venus flytrap, and then they camped out at a place while Feng Wan over here rubbing his hands in front of the campfire, scheming, thinking about how to get rid of Bai Ning. Bai Ning comes back with some monkeys and say, yo, hurry up and cook him alive. I'm starving. Don't even mind killing him and then cooking him. I'm really hungry. Get it popping. Feng Wan said, hold on, I'm gonna show you a secret little trick that I used to do. Just for you, buddy. Winks. And Bai Ning like, alright, bro, whatever, bro. I'm hungry. Just hurry up. This dude proceeds to pick up a monkey, open up their head, and then scoop out their brains like it's ice cream. There's even a photo for it. This is the most visceral chapters in volume 2. Just in volume 2. He does worse, but this was really bad. I just wanted to point this out. And you know, they head over to Gooooo Mountain because they need the bone inheritance. Feng Wan, you know, being the actor he is, you know how he be scheming. You know, this dude's basically Leonardo DiCaprio when it comes to this method acting shit. He plays the righteous young master who clan just got destroyed. They thinking it's sweet. They thinking that the gooooo clan members is gonna come over along with Feng Wan because the Gooooo clan is on the downfall and their spirit spring stuck. That thing is on the downfall. That thing is finna dry up, and every clan have a spirit spring. You have no spirit springs, GG's. And so they think they finna finesse the gooooo members that's finna come over because they think because Feng Wan came over here that there's some more gooooo members gonna come out over here. But nah. They ain't. If anything, he murked all of them. There ain't none of them coming over here. But don't worry, he finessed y'all for a couple little benefits. He played a little show thinking y'all something sweet. They thought the dude was an idiot. They thought this dude was a righteous idiot who's a fool for his feelings. But nah, Feng Wan made you believe that. But he ended up finessing, stealing your twins, held them hostage like he was a terrorist. Said, yo, I'm finna rob this inheritance, went deep into the inheritance, and the inheritance have so many traps. But because Feng Wan had 500 years and because of his past life, he already has the experience of how to bypass these traps. These dudes are taking hours and hours to even bypass these traps. Feng Wan, like I said, captured these 2 twins who in his past life with this bone inheritance rose the Gooooo mountain all the way up to supremacy back in his past life because these dudes dual cultivated with the bone flesh unity goo. And this is the whole reason why he's really here, because he want to dual cultivate with Bai Ning. Not like that, by the way. It's not that type of video, but I do have brain rot videos like that on my channel. This dude finally finds the recipe while stealing all the other goo from the inheritance along with the footless flight bird or whatever the boneless flight bird is, which is going to be later used for when he has to escape. And then this dude finally finds the bone unity goo inheritance and then the recipe, refines it real quick, and then he start cutting off his own flesh with no worries and start putting his blood and his flesh in it because one of the ingredients was to put the flesh of 2 people in it, and then it's gonna, and based off of those 2 people's flesh, it's gonna guess the, not guess, but it's gonna base the rare, is this like a scale? I'm gonna pop it up on the screen. And basically, they got like the second to worst one because they're not close friends. Obviously, they're enemies. They both are only working with each other because they both need something from each other. If it wasn't like that, they both would have tried to kill each other right then and there. So he turns over to the twins. He throws them right in there, while they're burning alive, bro. And it takes like 45 minutes for them to burn and for the recipe to finally complete, for them to completely refine into the recipe. And when they trying to crawl out, he'll kick them right back in. He a demon. He steals everything. Because of it, I think everything starts to rumble. He gets burnt because of the fire of the refinement. He tries to dip. The Gooooo members start to catch up. He used the footless flight bird. I'll pop it up on the screen. I forgot the name of it again. I think that's the name of it. He dips because it's one of the fastest flying goo under rank 4 or 5. There's even a picture of it. Look at him. You see, if you remember in my volume 1 review, I mentioned that his ear got destroyed because of the ear communication goo, and then he burnt himself because he was refining the recipe, and that's Bai Ning right there. You see him. or her. And in Shang-Chi, she is basically this girl that they met because after they fly on this bird right here, you kind of see is this bone thing from the bone inheritance. They stay at this village with this old lady for a year, stack up primeval stones, recover a little bit, dual cultivate with this bone unity goo, secretly pretend that they're just like these mortals and stuff like that, living with this lady, convince this man to go into a caravan. He did meet somebody from his past life who he remember had crazy people on her side because she was like probably the most righteous, lovable, nicest person in the goo world, and that's really rare for a world where if a goo master see you and you immortal, you... It's a really bad world out here, man. I'm not gonna say it's GG's because niggas don't kill just to kill, but it's a really bad world out here. And so Feng Wan wanna get to know her because her father is actually one of the strongest rank 5s in this continent. She becomes one of the strongest connections to have later on, and he wanna get on that early. And this is when the novel turned into like this weird young master type of weird thing. It's not even like weird in a bad way, it just didn't feel like Reverend insane anymore. It turned into like a normal generic cultivation novel, not in a bad way. He griefs the caravan so he could prove to her that he can make profit, kills her bodyguard. This dude this young master come over and say, finally, your bodyguard died, so now I'm gonna come over and steal you, and then I'm gonna rape you in private. And then Feng Wan comes over here, face slap everybody. Bai Ning and him reveal that they got rank 4 essence, and then they all back away because strength matters in the goo world. They all just shut up and act like that whole thing didn't ever happen. They all just want to drive on ahead and head to Shang City to go to the, you know, do whatever they want, battle arena, auction, whatever. Some stuff was happening. Feng Wan wanted to go there. The main part is the Three Kings and Inheritance. For the first couple parts, is to build up some primeval stones and make a strength path. Now, what are killer moves and paths? A killer moves is assembly of many goo acting in tandem like gears of a machine to create a specific effect or action. It can be regarded as an incomplete goo recipe. Like the fundamental concept of a goo possessing only one ability, so does the killer move only possesses one. But it is also possible to create various effects by exchanging the supplementary goo that makes up the killer move. Long story short, 1 + 1 = 2 explanation. It's basically when you use multiple goo together to create an effect, and they usually belong to the same paths. So, you know, if you build a crazy fire path, you know what I mean? If you're rank 5 and you build a crazy fire path, and let's just say you have like a pyro fist, right? The pyro fist goo, fire flash goo, and then a fire step goo, you know what I mean? When you use all 3 of them together in tandem, you could create the flash 4 pyro gauntlet, and that could be your killer move, and it turns your freaking pyro fist turn way bigger. You like an image, you moving too fast. And a path is a part or an aspect of the Great Tao, which was painstakingly explored by goo masters walking down an unknown and oftentimes perilous path, which is later over generations changed and refined. To be able to be called a path, it has to have a clear direction, like an element, fire, a prospect of reality, time or space, or life, blood, or a specific effect, transformation. So like I said, fire path, pyro fist, whatever that killer move name that I mentioned. Thor, I'm gonna do a goo master cultivation breakdown. World building. So it got revealed that you could get goos from dreams. That's absolutely insane. This girl one day dreamed when she was young and got a rank 4, I think 5 goo. Basically make her sprout these fairy wings. You could get goo from dreams. Okay, that's cool. There's Abyss, there's 9 Heavens, because of the whole Renzu story, which we gotta get into. But before that, we gotta get into the 3 Kings, which is why Feng Wan even going here. After scheming against this one guy who was planted here to scheme against the Shang clan because he pretended to gamble and get this certain goo out of a brick that comes from the strength path, which is from the ancient strength path era. There you go. Feng Wan schemes against him. They end up making a deal, you know what I mean? Let bygones be bygones. He give him a couple million primeval stones, let him go away with his family while Feng Wan hurting his family, you know what I mean? And Feng Wan get the goo, a win-win. They create this stupid superficial story in public and people believe it. Feng Wan gets an enhancement and finishes strength's path. He gains the primeval stones, goes up in the rank in the arena, try to get deeper into the Shang City because how the Shang City's built is different type of ranks. And because he saved Shang Xin during the whole caravan ride, he ended up getting this coin, which he wanted to get because in his past life, he heard it was legendary. He never was able to get one. And he wanted to get one, and it comes in 5 ranks. He thought he was going to get like a rank 2 or rank 3 one. He ended up getting a rank 5 purple token. So that makes it so that I think he get like a 75% discount, and he get a whole bunch of other benefits. Okay, yada yada yada, butterfly effect. Oh my god, yay. Feng Wan dual cultivating with Bai Ning during all of this. We gotta remember that. He goes up, he proves himself, and he proves his worth to everybody in Shang City. His name start to get out there before the 3 Kings Inheritance. And there's a reason why he built a strength path, because this is going to be really important to convince the Bai Goo spirit, because he needs to refine the second aperture goo, which is the whole point of this all. This is just a mere stepping stone, because he's going to do even crazier stuff Come on, the Northern Plains arc is already starting off crazy with this whole Blessed Land bullshit. I forgot to mention that they have Blessed Land. If you don't know what a Blessed Land is, when you become an immortal, you get this Blessed Land that spawns in your aperture. It got a crazy cultivation speed. The time is way faster, so you could cultivate way faster, but your lifespan also goes away faster because time is sped up. So 3 days in a Blessed Land is only 1 day in the outer world. Crazy primeval essence is basically the best place to store everything at, your clan, your family. Fenghuang finessed the market, steals all this goo that is needed because all 3 of the tests in the 3 kings inherited, because it was 3 kings who rised from this dead blessed spearland to buy goo. All the 3 kings gained certain stuff from different paths, and they have 3 different inheritances. 3 lights came out this mountain. Everybody in the whole continent was like, oh my god, is 3 rank 5 inheritances, 3 rank 5 peak realms. Come on, these are people who was unrivaled at their time besides the immortals. Everybody trying to go to it, yada yada yada. Now I gotta explain the story of Renzu. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen. But basically, if you didn't pause to summarize it, this dude likes to get drunk. Divine Travel Goo will travel him somewhere random, because if you don't know, in order to use Divine Travel Goo, you have to get drunk with 4 extravagant wines. To get drunk off of 4 extravagant wines, it will travel you to a random location you cannot choose. And he got teleported to the abyss, got captured by hairy men, and something else happened. He got scared of drinking. Divine Travel Goo said, listen, Verdant Great Son, I think you need to just chill out real quick and fetch some ingredients real quick in these 9 heavens. Go to Cognition Goo, get yourself a pair of wings called Self, and you go fly into these different heavens, and I'm gonna give you a list of ingredients. Verdant Great Son said, I bet, because he loved drinking. He goes get these ingredients, and the last part of the ingredient is to refine it with the sun from the immoral antiquity era. He does that, refines into the fixed immortal goo, but guess what? His self wings expanded too much. This dude started to crash out and said, don't worry, I can handle it. Flies to the sun, wings explode, falls down, dies. But this is very important. So like I said, this is all because Fenghuang wanted to refine the 2nd aperture goo. This was made by a dude. He was good at the refinement path and the strengthening path, and I think the strengthening path was losing power over time, and he realized that, so he wanted to refine a 2nd aperture goo to go into the refinement path or something like that. So this dude create this crazy recipe to create a 2nd aperture using the Divine Travel Goo and the fixed immortal goo in order to refine the 2nd aperture goo embryo to speed it up and make somebody have a 2nd aperture. And so Fenghuang does that. Here's what it looks like. Boom. So Fenghuang trying to refine this goo, this aperture. He hired Bai Ning and this other dude who's good at refinement to help him refine the 2nd goo aperture, while he told Bai Ning to basically control these like dogs, these hedgehogs that was a part of the inheritance that are really good through the enslavement path. He taught Bai Ning this crazy formation because there's this dude who was this unexpected variable who was from the soul path, who was a really good leader and war general who was trying to break through, because he spread the rumor that, guess what guys, it's a rank 6 that made all their demonic faction and righteous faction fight outside the Blessed Land to fight and get through. That's why Fenghuang trying to hurry up and refine it and was asking Bai Ning to cover him, and he needed somebody else to help him refine. So he trying to refine it, right? Well, do you know there was a scheme that was getting cooked up for 60 to 70 chapters, and I didn't even know it either. Bai Ning? Bai Ning? Did I mention that he had to get the Bai Goo Spirit Trust because he was a strengthening path? Proved that he's good in enslavement and refinement because he went against the hairy men and went up against those dogs and hedgehogs and stuff like that, and went up against other enslavement path Goo Masters and killed them. But you know, you'd be like, what do this mean? Okay, so there's a series of 2 chapters where they started to reveal that this dude, midway when he was refining, Bai Ning physique started to go back to the Northern Ice, and like I said, it's like a ticking time bomb. He's already at rank 4 peak. If he goes back to the Northern Ice physique, this whole place, this whole Blessed Land is dead. GG. And so Fenghuang like, hold on, you can't hold on a little bit? And so Fenghuang like, freak, don't worry, I'm almost done refining the 2nd aperture goo. I just give you the Yang goo, just turn back to a male real quick. And that was a finesse, because it turned out that Bai Ning snitched to this one doctor, Dr. Suyu or whatever, right? And Tiru Nan, who is the daughter of the Divine Investigator who ended up dying in Volume 1. And they teamed up and they schemed on this guy. Bai Ning literally backstabbed him. Look at the photo. The photo's so crispy, bruh. I don't know why they put the photo here. What did I put here? He did get trolled. He got backstabbed. Look at it right here. I'm gonna pop it up again. He got backstabbed. Oh my god. It was like the revolution of the century. He was like, dang, I was getting schemed on this crazy. You really snitched? That was never really in my plans, man. Oh well. He used the freaking spring out of cicada because he tried to escape But they had this goo in his left arm that unless he cut off his left arm, which wasn't worth it, by the way, but they had his location locked down regardless. No matter where he go, they'll have his location locked down unless he cut off his arm, like I said. They have a killer move where as long as they know somebody's location, these 4 elders could lock somebody down in a certain fixed location using these chains, and they won't be able to move as long as they have enough primeval essence between the 4 elders. But don't worry, a peak moment in history happened. Like I said, he used the Spring Awesome Kata. He knows that the odds is against him in his 3rd life. Well, is it his 4th life? Yeah, it's his 4th life. But he's like, you know what? Don't worry. He does the same thing, whatever, right? The same thing plays out like the same way. But this time, he didn't get a dude from the refinement path. He got a dude from the enslavement path. This time, Bai Ning is going to help him refine the second aperture goo and be his bodyguard, while this other dude will do the formations. So Feng Wan refines the second aperture goo. Same thing plays out. He's like, yo, can you hold on? Oh, yo, I'm sorry, Feng Wan. I can't hold on. My Northern Ice physique came back. He pretends to be a tick of time bomb. He pretends to explode. Feng Wan pretends to throw the Yang goo, but then gives himself right back to it, backs up and be like, you know what? You can stop feigning ignorance now, Bai Ning. Bai Ning snorts and says, you know what? It's all good because we already got you pinned up here. Feng Wan said it's all good. Turu Nan is over here mad, looking at him. He's like, she's like, oh yeah, finally you finna get your revenge. Finna put you in the demon suppressing tower, brainwash you real quick, and I'm gonna put you in the righteous side. Well, do they know this dude got a crazy scheme? Feng Wan ends up hurrying up. And you gotta remember, this dude named Yao Ming burst open a hole in the blessed land, which made the demonic faction, the righteous faction, even stop having a war, and they just all swarmed in the first place, which is why Feng Wan was so much in ticking time. The killer move that Xiao Ming did uses the light of the immoral antiquity era. Remember that. That's used to refine the fixed immoral travel goo, like it's told in the Legends of Renzu. Feng Wan does a peak moment in history. This is the art of it. Shout out Osai. Bro, look at it, bro. This dude uses the killer move, face slaps everybody, refines the fixed immortal travel goo in front of everybody's face. I remember everyone was like, why is he running in towards the attack? And he's flying. Whoa, is a human flying, running towards this killer move? Why would he run to... Wait, hold on. He's refining something. Why would he wait, hold on. He was refining her immortal goo. Wait, is that the fixed immortal travel goo for Renzu? Feng Wan says, okay, well, I already got the second aperture embryo. I got the fixed immortal travel goo. I'm just gonna fix the embryo later. I'm finna travel to somewhere else. He got quick thinking. We know he has high IQ. Guess where he teleports to? If I didn't mention, Feng Wan brother, while Feng Wan was doing all of this, scheming against Bai Gu, going to the Shen clan and stuff like that, Feng Wan brother over here in the Crane sect, being like the stereotypical MC in every other cultivation novel, going up in the sect, face slapping people. The Hugh Immortal Blessed Spirit says, yo, listen, whoever could get to the top of this mountain could claim me as the Blessed Land Spirit. All the Gu Immortal elders say, you know what, we gonna make this a little test for all the young disciples here. Whoever disciples get onto the top of the mountain could claim this for their Blessed Land. But basically, the girl who had a dream and basically got these fairy wings goo in her dreams, she flew up into the mountain and claimed that in her Blessed Land, and she put that in a biography at Feng Wan past life. Feng Wan uses this exact moment to go to the exact time before she claimed the Blessed Land, and there's a photo of this. You see her right there. She like, oh my god, no way. He stole my Blessed Land. Who is this guy? This dude teleports in front of him using, in front of her. And Feng Wan over here like, seemed like I got the right time. And then he kicks her off the mountain. And that's the end of freaking volume 2, bruh.